Oh, now Shilly, what's your background? I see you, Lady C. What's going on? Yo, I need a hair, but don't call me out though. You supposed to private message me that. But yeah, I need a haircut, man. It's been a rough weekend. I actually scraped. I actually got into like a little, it wasn't a fender bender, but I scraped somebody while I was parking. Long story, but yeah, I need a haircut, man. I don't know why people are calling me out, but I'm still kind of, I'm still okay. I'm all right. I'm good for like 2 more days. You know what I'm saying? Ain't supposed to be calling me out on my hair. Out of here, man. So anyway, and I actually, this is reminding me, I actually met someone through the net, and I don't put out names or anything. Am I clear? Am I blurry? I think I'm clear. All right. But I actually met someone through Plenty of Fish about a week and a half ago, and she's cool people, but I'm noticing some signs, and I told her about herself, so this isn't anything that she doesn't know about. But man, she's doing stuff like it's just like little stuff, little stuff. Like she was telling me how she saw some dude in a Maserati. She kept going on and on. She's like, yeah, and when I saw this guy, or when I saw the car, I wanted to see who was driving in, and I was saying to myself, am I dealing with someone who is, maybe a little bit, tiny bit of a gold digger? I don't know. I don't know if she was, eh, But yeah, I don't, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. Lady DC might like it a little short. So I guess you're in DC, Lady DC. Yeah, exactly, Sneaky. I need to just get her a little Hot Wheels car, one of those Matchbox joints. You know what I mean? So it's whatever, man. So man, listen, I need to go back to Canada. So when we should just make like a mass trip. Where are we gonna go? Where should we go? Do I try to avoid women with single, or do I try to avoid single mothers? I haven't in the past for relations. I haven't avoided that. But the thing is, and like I say in my books, it's definitely a yellow flag for me. It's a caution kind of thing for me because I don't have any kids. And not that everybody with kids is evil or anything. I'm not saying that at all. But it's up to the individual. Me personally, I can't see myself getting with anybody with kids. But that's not to say it's not going to happen. But put it like this: if she has more than one kid, then the chances are very low. If she has one, maybe, but it depends on the circumstances upon which she had the kid. If she had the kid out of, if she doesn't know who the mother is, who the father is, if she's been on Maury Povich trying to get a DNA test, I'm cool. I'm not doing that. But if she, let's say she was in a relationship, because I'm getting old. I'm an old ass man. I'm like 85 years old. So if she could have been married before and she could have divorced. I actually kicked it with a divorcee, and she had a kid. And that wasn't necessarily bad. But I was also, truth be told, I met a female. Um, what website was this? This was Black. Was it Black Planet? No, no, no. This was Plenty of Fish. I met a female, and we had kicked it a few times. And when we kicked it the first few times, I was like, do you have any kids? We did the whole introduction. I was like, nah, I don't have one. Do you have one? She's like, nah, I don't have any. Blah blah blah. And we kicked it like a good 2 or 3 times, and there was just something strange about it. I just had the feeling. Let's just put it like this. I just had the feeling that she was concealing some things. And so what I did was I actually Googled her name. I actually Googled her name. I did, like a standard Google search. And I found that she had actually replied to a magazine article. And the magazine article was from like Black Enterprise, from one of these magazines. And basically, she had commented in the article. And it was her. She used a government name, and she had a very distinct name. So I knew it was her. And she put, yeah, I had my son last year, and it's one of the hardest things to do, and this is a big up to single mothers. It was something like that, and I was like, so that was shocking. That was shocking. So in situations where you're trying to conceal your kids or if they're illegitimate, not at all. I try to give everybody a chance, but at the same time, I can't see myself committing and being with someone with kids. It's just my prerogative. You know what I mean? What's going on, Mr. Ray? I see you. Mr. Ray, now where are you at right now, man? And Carlos said, what if they are good looking? Look. If you're scandalous, I don't care how good you look. Now, if you're scandalous, you may not even want to have relations with them. You know what I mean? I know, stuff happens anyway. I'm not going to be all high and mighty. In high school, I ain't get no parts of the poontang, so I'm not even going to, front. Because, I might have people from my high school up in this chat room now. I ain't get nothing. And they could tell you, I had one girlfriend in high school, and she was good looking, but other than that, I wasn't really doing nothing. So, it doesn't matter how good she looks. If she isn't genuine, it ain't really the business. You know what I mean? Carlos says, I had a female I got with. We did our thing, and she deleted me, telling she felt dirty meeting someone online. Man, dude, it happens. What can you say? And a lot of times, man, I'm not beating on the woman, but look, a lot of times you meet a female online or whatever. You can meet her in the club, doesn't matter. And you can have relations on Sunday, and then by Tuesday, she deleted you out her phone. She don't call you no more. And now, truthfully, your breath could have stank. Maybe your performance wasn't up to par. But many times, when females do stuff like that, they feel a little bit insecure about it. Just by talking to you, it conjures up memories of her having hoish behavior. You know what I mean? And she might, hey, that's the breaks, as they say. You know what I mean? So stuff like that happens. Linus, I know a girl that went out on a date with you a couple months ago, and she was mad because you wouldn't pay for her meal. J-Rock! J-Rock, I don't even want you to put her name. Your private message be the female's name so I know who you're talking about. That's funny. A couple months ago. I don't remember, dude. PM me the name, J-Rock. I don't put any, look, listen. I write my books. These books are books that I wish I had back. Honestly, I wrote these like I was writing to myself back in the day because I didn't have any game. But listen, I'm not putting anybody out there. This ain't the Mr. Superhead show or anything. You know what I mean? So F that. Pause on the Superhead. But you know what I mean? I don't put anything out there. So yeah, J-Rock, private message me, man. Do you know how to private message, J-Rock? I want to see what's cracking with that. I see you, Sean Legend. What's going on, player? Let's see. So what's with women not paying for the first date? So Crystal, are you saying that have you ever paid for a first date, Crystal, or what? Both parties are going in not knowing each other, so why is it on one and not the other? Exactly. And see, this is the thing now. Okay, so you sent it, J-Rock. It might actually be on my other computer, so I'm going to get up real quick. I'm going to be right back because for whatever reason I can't log in, but I can do the video, so I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. J-Rock, I don't see it, player. So this is what I want you to do. Instead of me getting up, I want you to email. Let me see. Let me enable links up in here. Hold on. Okay, I don't have links enabled. I got to do it in the other room. Listen, email the name because I'm really curious to see who this is. Matter of fact, J Rock, what does the name start with? Let's play a guessing game, J Rock. I want to know. I want to know who's telling my business. No, I'm just playing. I want to know whose meal I didn't pay for. Cause sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it starts with an A. Okay, I got an idea. All right, J Rock. We'll talk later, player. Goodness gracious. Anyway, the whole thing is this. The whole thing is this, and I actually wrote a blog about this. If you go to, it may not be on there anymore, but I actually put out a blog called "Why Women Should Pay for the First Date," and this is the thing, or at least offer to pay. And the reason why is this, because um, when you go into any first date, just coming from a dude standpoint, and guys, let me know if you attest. A lot of times when we go on a date with a female, our major concern is, is she really feeling me, or is she just trying to score a free meal? Which is also why I tell guys, when you go on a first date, you don't invite her out to a restaurant. You don't invite her out to Red Lobster or Applebee's or anything. You want to get to know her. You want to get into her head and to see if the female's really genuine, especially if you're looking for a potential girlfriend, or if at least she's kind of wifey, she's a quality type of female. You want to spend that first date in a setting that facilitates getting to know her, right? So, for instance, a good place would be like Starbucks, Barnes and Noble. You guys are just sitting down, chopping it up, a park, even Cold Stone Creamery. I mean, it only costs what, if you get the like it, love it, or whatever. I mean, that's an extra. It's like $3-4. That's nothing. You know what I mean? So, those kind of first dates are cool. You guys can sit down over ice cream. You know what I mean? Whatever, and you guys just get to know each other, and then keep the first date for under maybe 45 minutes. Keep her wanting more. And if the vibe is there, or if if she's showing you strong signals, she doesn't want to leave, it's early in the afternoon, then you can continue the date. But the whole goal is that initial date, you should keep it short. Even at a mall food court, if you're out there, because I know where I used to live in Georgia, when I didn't have a car, I couldn't really get anywhere. The only thing that was in the area was like this mall. So I used to take the bus to the mall. I would meet a female at the mall. And I used to meet, back then, I met chicks from the chat line. So I would, say, hey, you want to meet up? And, we meet at the mall. And that was my way of seeing whether or not, if she was not attractive, if I wasn't really feeling her, if she lied about how she looked, it wasn't a big deal because I was only stuck with this female over a taco. And then I could just go home. So I mean, yeah, and Chris said, so then it's always expected for the man to pay. Chris, honestly, it is. It is. Most times, especially here in America, I don't know how it is in Canada, but here in the States, if you take a female out and when the check comes, you pass it to her, most times she's going to look at you funny. So you have to establish yourself as the type of dude who's just not going to be tricking off